Hi, I'm Colton with Porsche Centre Calgary, and here today with a very cool, very exciting piece of pre-owned inventory. This one is a 2005 911 Turbo S Cabriolet. So let me tell you a little bit about that in general, and then we'll start diving into this one in particular. So 2005, bit of an interesting model year because Porsche was building two different generations of 911 at the same time. Being the Turbo S, this one was still the 996 generation, so the very last year that they built that. If you were to buy a Carrera or a Carrera S, it would have been the 997 generation. So there's some overlap there. It can be a little bit confusing. But as a result, this is kind of the highest performing, most refined version of the 996, and we've definitely seen the appreciation for these models go way up in recent years, which is great to see. It's always been a great car and was a little underappreciated for a few years. And this particular one, as I said, very unique, very special, being the Turbo S, kind of as fast as they get. So turbocharged, of course, it's got the flat six twin turbocharged engine. This year it made 450 horsepower and about 460 pound-feet of torque. 30 more than the Turbo, both in horsepower and torque, so a decent bump there. And the Turbo S's also all got the ceramic brakes. You notice the yellow calipers, so you have the Porsche ceramic composite brakes, which are obviously outstanding braking performance, coming from, kind of developed for racing. A lot of benefits you get with them over and above just obviously great stopping power. They're about half the weight of the conventional steel brakes and unsprung weight there, so some great performance savings in that regard as well. And they generate virtually no brake dust, so even beyond just being able to stop quickly, lots of other cool stuff you get with those. And if you're going to go with a color scheme like that, the yellow caliper picks it up really nicely. So that's, broadly speaking, that's the Turbo S. Let's talk about this guy particularly. So speed yellow, you can't miss it. Looks awesome. I tend to gravitate to pretty boring colors, if I'm being honest. Most of my cars have been kind of silver, gray, stuff like that. But I really appreciate when somebody goes out and does something a little bit more bright and exciting like this, especially when you're going to order something so exciting, so kind of at the top end. If you're going to have a Turbo S or some of our GT cars, I love it when it's an exciting color to kind of match the performance of the car. So let's talk a little bit outside. Speed yellow, obviously. These wheels are the 18-inch Sport Techno wheel, which you don't see too often. A lot of them just had the turbo twist wheels, which are cool, and they were around for a long time, but it's nice to see something a little bit different on this example. Some other extra painted stuff, which again I love to see on an exciting color. You've got the painted side sill, a little bit more paint on the bottom of the car, which tends to draw the eye a little bit lower, make the car feel like it's lower. Also the front intakes on the front, rather than being just black unpainted plastic, those are all painted to match the body as well. Really cool to see that. And then in the back, you've got the stainless steel exhaust pipes too, which complete the look quite nicely. So let's move on then to the inside. There's a few other yellow things inside that were kind of put in, to match the outside. The most interesting to me being the painted seat backs. Love that option. Not available in every year of 911, but when it is, it's super cool, especially on the Cabriolet like this. So you've got the painted seat backs. You've also got the yellow seat belts. They did the yellow instrument dials too, so your speedometer and all that also yellow. The belts and the stitching, the full contrast stitching. So all of the, it's a full leather interior, by the way, I should mention, standard on the Turbo S, so you won't see it on the option list. Same for the Bose sound system and a couple of other things that you'd have to tick a box to get on it on Turbo S. On the Turbo S, it's already there. But yeah, to have that contrasting stitching throughout makes it just feel that a little bit more premium, a little bit more special, and in a Turbo S it should. Another little thing with the leather that I really like is the embossed Turbo logo on the armrest. Really cool. Those armrest ones aren't optioned enough, in my opinion. What else did I want to talk about here? Of course, heated seats were optioned. They're the electric seats as well, rather than the manual ones. And then carbon trim. And it works a little bit different in the 996s than the more recent ones. You have kind of thinner strips of carbon on the dashboard, but then all around your PCM, your infotainment system, is all carbon fiber as well. And then this one has the carbon/aluminum gear lever and an emergency brake. So you've got a combination of aluminum and carbon fiber on those touches, which is, or on those pieces, a couple of touches. So very nice, gives it very much of a kind of sports car feel. I think option-wise, that's about what I wanted to get into on this one. Really nicely optioned. When it came in, I was shocked at the condition. It was clearly very, very well taken care for. We purchased from a collector. We've purchased a couple of vehicles from this individual now, and every time I'm wowed. They take very, very good care of their cars. So when we took this one in, we still put it through our inspection, of course, and reconditioning process, but it really didn't need anything. Now, having said that, we did perform the major service anyways, because within the Porsche system there wasn't a recent enough record of it. So we did that to make sure that everything is entirely up to date. The tires all measure at 8/32, so lots of life there. Brakes were 10 millimeters in the front and 9 millimeters in the rear, so lots of life there. For some people, these ceramic brakes will last the lifetime of the car. There is also, I should point out, no record of collisions or any other claims in the history of the car, so a nice clean history. It has just about 29,000 kilometers on it. I think that just about sums this one up. So when we're done here, we'll be moving it upstairs. It'll be on display in our showroom. So if you're interested, you want to come check it out, please do give us a call or pay us a visit. Thanks so much for watching.